All right, thank you, all of you who are joining at this time, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Thank you for joining, and as you join, you share. You know, this is a very new page. We want everybody on board, and we'll be getting everybody informed about a lot of things that are going around. You remember yesterday on our live show, we told you about the situation of the cows in Donga Mantong in Cambe, and only before we could finish the show, you saw people started posting about what cows are, how they are stealing cows, and all of that, and so. I hope the sound is good. If you are not having sound, you've got to check your phone. Unfortunately, that's going to be the case for your phone. So if the sound is not good, you can be. There are many people watching, and if one person is not getting the sound, it means that would be a problem with your device, not with the device at our end. So check your phone. Check your phone. Pawn along, is the sound okay? We need to verify. We can always check on our backup to see if the sound is okay. I think we'll check here really quickly to see what's going on with the sound. Okay, thank you very much. So the sound is good. So if you have a sound problem, check your phone. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you who are joining at this time. So once you join, you share extensively to all WhatsApp groups. Let's see what's going on. And so this is how we roll today. So it's going to be a simple, straightforward show. I want to bring everybody on board to ensure that we have the best out there. So please, once you join, you share, and we are certain that let me see what's going on. Okay, so this is, as people will say, is some kind of an emergency show. We understand that very well. A lot of things are happening, and all of you need to be on the move, all Southern Cameroonians, because victory has come, and you can see the extent to which the Republic of Cameroon is trying to ensure that they try to disturb and destabilize our revolution. But we have said, as a matter of fact, as a people who believe in the revolution, who believe in the independence of Southern Cameroon, that we are not going to give up. And you can see increasingly the president of La Republic of Cameroon has started begging for forgiveness. That is Paul Biya during his campaign and even in his inaugural speeches. He said that he was going to neutralize Amba terrorists. He was not going to discuss anything about the state of whatever. He's not talking no peace, nothing. But today Paul Biya is begging on Facebook and asking us to forgive him. You can read that on the website of National Telegraph on www.nationaltelegraph.net, where you see the analysis that we have made and some comments that some people have made about how Paul Biya has become like a puppet, like a vegetable. That's a precedent that has been there for over how many number of years you can imagine, since 1982. It's so bizarre, and to think that some of the government ministers want to think that because Paul Biya has written that, oh, let's forgive and forget. So you just imagine that because you've killed people's children, people's wives. Look at what happened in Bambili, the pregnant, the mother and the child that was shot, cut by stray bullet. In fact, shot intentionally by the Republic of Cameroon, although they are stray bullets in quotes. All of those things, those are not things that we can forgive. You can't be posting about forgiveness, asking for people to forgive you, whereas, as a matter of fact, you are asking your soldiers to be killing people and burning villages in the other parts of the northwest and southwest of Cameroon. Your Cameroon, which is now the northern and southern zones of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Now, I'm going to be answering to a few questions that or comments that will make sense, like somebody talking about the Republic of Cameroon taking over Manu. You see, it's unfortunate that some of you believe in conspiracy theories and you think that because one fighter has come and confessed that, oh, he was a former Amba soldier, he was this, he was that, it means that, oh, La Republic of Cameroon has taken Manu. It's so bizarre, and we ask ourselves all these questions that when you put yourself in a position where you have refused to reason to see exactly what is the issue at stake, then you keep yourself in a constant mode of being confused by conspiracy theories. Let me say this very clearly. La Republique has taken no part of Southern Cameroon. It's just because a lot of people who do not believe in what they're fighting for are always looking for avenues to blame people. I've said it before in my live shows that La Republique has had many of her soldiers defected. Many of them, they will not come and say, oh, Ambazonia has taken our soldiers. Who is Kawa Yannick? He's just seeking for notice. There are thousands of fighters in Manu. And the fact that one person goes and apologizes or says that, oh, he's coming over, you put take it and make it a big deal. No, that is not supposed to be the case. You know, we are supposed to be our own keeper. We're supposed to be our own defendants, not people saying that because one person. What do you expect? If we have thousands of fighters and one person went and said, oh, he was a former Amba, even Jesus Christ, that had only 12 apostles, one still betrayed him, Judas Iscariot. What do you expect? You think those are things that are, you know, that are part of the human life, part of the human characteristics. We have somebody say that Kawa Yannick is not a fighter. We even want him to be a fighter, so that you know that the revolution is going ahead. There are people that are going to drop, others will stay. You know, there are people who are dropping, others are coming. When one fighter defects, you have 2,000 more that will join this thing. So don't come and tell me about the fact that because somebody is confessing, we are holding Manu. And just talking about Manu, I want to let you know that all Manu sons and daughters, we are harmonizing the Manu group, and we have unanimously, during the last meeting that I attended, I want to use the opportunity to say that we have a chairperson for Manu County. This is the first time I'm talking about a Manu County chairperson, and that, of course, is Dr. Seko Peter Ako. I hope I got that correctly. He's our chairperson, and we are mobilizing resources to ensure that we put Manu in the same level that Manu has always been. So you have to get up and dance in a revolution, and don't just come and say, oh, you know what, it's like this, this is happening, this is what symptoms are there to show that they have taken over Manu. Every other place in Southern Cameroon, activities will hold from time to time. Nobody comes and says that, oh, they have taken over the place. But because you think that Manu is TATAW stuff and you must look for a way to blame Eric TATAW, you always say that, oh, Manu this, Manu that, Manu that. So we are not bothered about what all of those talking stuff they're going to bring to us. We are bothered about the strategies that we'll put in place that's going to help us to get our independence. Going forward, let us be very clear with everybody, every Southern Cameroonian who is watching at this time. I want to thank you all. Please, as you join, invite everybody. For those of you who are watching on this page, don't forget that this is a new page we're trying to build. They deleted our account, was getting the hugest following, but that is not big deal. We know that all of you are going to come here because for us to promote the revolution, we need everybody to be down to earth, everybody to be concerned about what message is going out there, and that is very, 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 very important. Now, going forward, you have seen from the headline, I want to make this show very brief, and very, very brief, I mean. You know what is happening in Dongamanto. Atanga Nji Paul. Yesterday, on a live show, we had an insight and intelligence that came from somebody while I was live. And because I trusted that source, I did not hesitate to follow up on it. And after a little bit of verification, it was confirmed that many cows have been disappearing from Ndonga Manton in the northern zone. And we've also had issues with the Mboros, those taking care of their cows. Now, we know who are those who are stealing the cows of our civilians. We know all of them. We know the people who have been killing the boss. We know those who have stolen all. We have seen pictures from Kumbu to other places. We have seen soldiers of La République du Cameroon killing pigs, goats. You have heard the complaints of refugees. Soldiers come, even in Agbokem Jama, they came and killed goats. We have friends here that can testify. We, the people of Southern Cameroon, we must stand up to all these false accusations on our Amba boys. There is no Ambazonian fighter that would, as a matter of fact, go and take the cows of the Mbororo people. If they are disguising themselves as an Amba boys, they are not our fighters. They don't stand for any freedom. No Ambazonian fighter has ever taken the cow of any Amba, of any civilian. Anybody who does that, we say that person belongs to La République. Yesterday, I said this thing about cows, 300 cows and men, and you have seen today how bloggers are posting that they have stolen cows in Dongamanto. They are posting, and you know, in journalism, what you got to do is that sometimes while you investigate stories, you also have to work from a premise. John Fundi, the founder of the Social Democratic Front, you people should keep this particular point I want to make. Why I want to tell you authoritatively that La Republic du Cameroon, they are the people killing those cows in Dongamantung, and that is a ploy from Atanga Nji, Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration. He's the one who's doing all these things to soil our image. But you people have to stand tall about this. I'll give you one anecdote so that the international community will know that this is perpetrated by the government of Paul Biya. No Amba fighter has a hand in any cow that has been stolen in the Northwest. We might have some discrepancies about this particular statement. There could be a few. But I want to say that, to be honest, the whole issue about the cows of the Mbawa people is on the head of the government of Paul Biya, and this is the handiwork of Atanga Nji. Remember what Nijon Fundi said. Nijon Fundi said in an interview that government officials are the ones that have sponsored people to be arresting people. In fact, he was very clear. And that was when they took his cows. He said he has lost more than 100 cows. If the Amba boys were the ones stealing cows, when our Amba fighters arrested John Fundi, why did they not ask him to give them cows? Why did they release John Fundi? They only told him that it's important for you to leave, for you to ask your parliamentarians to resign. They didn't go and take cows. So Paul Atanga Nji, we know you're an ex-convict, and all your criminal acts will be uncovered by this platform. So ladies and gentlemen, know you today that this issue of the cow stop, because you know they have a way that Cameroon government has a way that they are doing things. Let me tell you something. I want you to listen. Just recently, there was a press briefing in the State Department where they were talking about how the conflict has affected the Muslims. They can't go to pray in their mosque. And I'll look for the other date. I think 12 and 13, there's going to be a public briefing at the State Department on the Anglophone crisis. I just came from talking with some people in the UN, and we are following up, we are monitoring information about the Security Council. So, you know, to me, as I speak as an activist, I also talk as a writer, as a pressman. That is why we have not published anything on the meeting on the Security Council, because we are still following up, but we are keeping you abreast to be following up, so that once it is certain, we are going to ask everybody to converge on New York. So for now, we are following up very closely. But going forward, before I talk about the call that I've just made to the United Nations, let me be clear with all of you, ladies and gentlemen. This revolution is in your hands. I want to be clear. This is in your hands. You have to decide to take it and make it into independence, or take it and go back to slavery. It depends on you. It depends on all of you. I want you all to know, as a person, you must have a principle where you believe in, and that principle must be guided by truth and justice. And when you say truth and justice, it must be universal. The people of Southern Cameroon, there is not going to be another chance for your freedom. There will never be another chance. This is the time. Paul Biya has started tweeting, posting on Facebook, saying the thing that he was not saying 2 years ago or even 10 months ago. Before, Paul Biya was threatening people using the word neutralize, but he has never been blocked on Facebook. He's threatening people every day. But today, the president is like a small dog with the tail between the legs. That is to tell you that, see, let me tell you something. We still want to say that we do not regret what has happened to our Facebook page. I will never regret it. In June, this June that is coming is my birthday. I was supposed to celebrate at least 1 million followers on Facebook. I'm not having money from you following me, but it was just to say an appreciation, that thank you for trusting the page. But that went away. We don't bother, because there are some things that if we didn't say it at the time that this revolution was dancing, if I didn't come to say this is me, take my head, but know that you'll be garried, things will not be going. We took the risk, staying our names and reputation in terms of whatever way we want to do it, but we stood the test of time, and that test of time was being tested by you, the people. We, the people of Southern Cameroon, So Atanga Nji Paul, who is a slave to Paul Biya, cannot deceive us. Will not force you to believe lies. All the cows that have been stolen in the northwest, all the goats, the pigs, the fowls, from Agbokim Jama to Sanakan, to Sanagarati, to the parrot in Ambonando in Akwaya, to everywhere, to the fowls. You people have seen the military men keep those videos. You saw them eating dog meat in Ayaba Hotel in Bamenda. Where did they get dog meat? Where did they get the dog? They killed somebody's dog. You saw pigs that they killed in Kumbu and other places. You saw how they were scattering the goods and charters of people in Awin. They destroyed markets. You have seen how they have been burning hospitals. Yes, that is done by the government of Paul Biya. And you people should know that. You must go above it. Put all those things out there. Let me tell you something. When you see the government start making stories, what did I say yesterday on my live show? I said about cows. I'm not a soothsayer. We said cows because the person who I was live and I took that phone call and I checked and I sent a message to some people in Dongamantu and they confirmed to me. Before then, people had called me complaining that the Mboro people, somebody called me complaining that the Mboro people stole his car. And I told them that no, we have to investigate because I don't want to put Mboros against our civilians. All of us are one. The only people that are struggling to confuse us, to divide us, to make us fight, which at times the Mboro people can be falling for it, it is the Republic of Cameroon. Southern Cameroons, we and the Mboros, we are one. We are one, brothers and sisters, and we will not be divided by the antics and conspiracy theories of Paul Biya and Atanga Nji. We will stay as a family because together we are going to kick the dictatorial regime out. Let me tell you something. Let me let you know something. This thing is salvation. This independence is like salvation. Your personal contributions in terms of ideas, in terms of the truth, in terms of anything that you do is going to change the face of this game. I will give you one small example where I always say that sometimes when we say things here, I want people to analyze it carefully. When you come out, because this thing is not, it will not end on commenting on social media. It will end on having the grace, the inspiration to see things beyond. To me, I thank God for wisdom. I thank God for you people who support me. Because without you, I'll be nothing. I acknowledge those things. That is why categorically I will tell everybody in this revolution the piece of the truth that they must know. Number one, this could be as a digression or diversion, but let me make a point about our TV. Our TV, because Amber TV is our TV. You people remember when I sat here on this platform and I analyzed everything and I told you people, all of you here, that we will not be able to pay these bills after a month. There are people who are saying here that this is our TV, this is our TV. It will end 1 day or 2 days or 1 week after commenting on Facebook. Where are we today? I want us to always have a reflection. Because this independence is like salvation. You cannot lie and lie and lie and go to heaven. No. You must speak the truth. See, let me say this. It is not up to 2 months when some of you castigated me. But I came to my last live show and I said, you know what? I'm sorry. Pay if you can pay. I will not stop you. But I was certain that you people will not pay. Because in every business, it is going to go smoothly if there is sustainability. It's the same like our struggle for independence. You must cultivate sustainable attitudes. Speaking the truth is one of them. The only reason why some of you still watch me is because you believe that this young man, at least every man feel like, but this man will talk so much true. That is what you believe. Although I will not want to, I don't lie. So we have to look at things critically. We must look at things critically. Look at my brothers. I told you guys, look at where we are. The TV now, now they have removed from the normal contribution, asking counties or local governments to pay. And people are not paying. Because we failed to develop from the idea that was brought up by some of us. Through you, the people. It was a clearly analyzed idea. So, this show is meant for us to re-examine ourselves. I will forever remain loyal to the people of Southern Cameroon. I will forever remain. Let me read a comment here. Somebody said something very important. What's he saying? Let me see. Do you think the people on Ground Zero can watch your live show for this length of time? Perfect question. Okay, excellent. There are some live shows that people will always watch. Ground Zero will watch. When it goes on YouTube, on WhatsApp, sometimes it is very easy to watch. We know sometimes they might not be able to watch everything, but the live show is not only meant for those on Ground Zero. Like what I'm talking about, Atanga Nji, is for the international community to listen, which I know they are watching me at this time. But when we're talking about donations, the donation was mostly for the people of the diaspora to know how they're going to strategize in donating. We have people who understand what we're saying. And I appreciate your comment. It's very important. That's why I read it. Now, going forward, like I was saying before, I'll come to other issues within our government. And I'll continue to stress on the Sisiko and the Sako stuff, which is the boiling issue at hand. That is what is now very hot, that everybody is talking, and I'll make some observations here. You see, before I come back to the Atanga Nji criminology, I'll say this about the Siseko and Sako stuff. Only the truth will make these two leaders to understand the fact of the matter. Now, I have always supported the position of the SCBC. I've always supported the position of the ABC Amber T. I have said that the SCBC is private. But today, I'm going to take my time to criticize the SCBC on one thing. The SCBC, I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm watching. I'm watching because I like to be critical. The SCBC thinks that this is an opportunity, because see, Sisiko is our president. There is nobody if you have written anywhere that Sisiko is no longer my president because you're angry that he wrote a letter from jail, you have to apologize, number one. You should be ashamed of that kind of comment. Because you always have to be critical about why somebody is writing. We say the approach is wrong. We condemn it. I'll say it from today to tomorrow. Now, the people of the SCBC, I want them to listen. I'm looking at everything that you people are doing. You are breaking news from Sisiko, bringing more confusion, disturbing people. Somebody said the TV on Ground Zero is important. I've not refused. You have the right to pay. I'm just telling you that all these things that you people were saying about TV being important, it only ended on Facebook, because if something is good for you, you have to look for a way to contribute. We will not have been hearing this noise about TV again. So that's fine though. We'll come to it once more. Now, going back to SCBC. And we're talking about TV station. SCBC has made itself self-sustaining. You people can watch SCBC on Ground Zero because SCBC has done things that they have in their money to take care of their bills. Some of you will say, oh, it was the IG of Tabenyang and the rest that were doing whatever. I don't know about that. But my point about SCBC, while I'm praising them for being self-sustaining, I also want to make an observation. That the rate at which they are fueling this Siseko stuff with Dr. Sako, I'm laughing at SCBC because it is never going to work. I see you people, I've just seen something that you people are analyzing what Siseko said on the post. There is one unfortunate thing about my colleagues at the SCBC. I call them my colleagues. I want to refer them to a very fundamental theory called mass communication theory. Because journalism is part of mass communication. Reporting is part of mass communication. Broadcasting is part of mass communication. So there are theories that you must follow and respect in order for you to be able to understand what's going on. You see, the issue about, you can't tell me, yes, they had meetings with some activists, and I said it very clearly, that I know where there is public opinion in this matter because I've tested it. Yes, Seseko gave an interview on the Post and said that he has the support, the majority of the support. That is not true. That is not true. That decision, that premise is not true. I like to be honest because that is what I owe the people. Seseko is my tribesman. He's like my father, my big brother. But this is the time, this is the moment to tell your brother in the face that, bro, you know what? I beg, would go to meeting so your mouth is smell, go brush your mouth. Because you don't want the other people outside to say, hey, master, how can man we can we more with the smell? Because that is the only thing your brother can tell you behind. Say, bro, this thing is wrong. So, the people of the SCBC, I see how you're battling gossips, confusion, trying to increase and change public opinion about, see, public opinion can only be changed by procedures. It can be changed by procedures. We, all of you, just to answer to my very good follower, Sister Elsie Flavor, there is nothing about the Republic in this Seseko stuff. That's the other thing I wanted to dismiss. We must be careful because the Republic is happy when we think that. How can the Republic convince Seseko? For how? How can they do it? That's the question. So I'll come back to that. But I want to know the SCBC people. When there is an issue, the SCBC must understand one thing. That if they are parading themselves as promoters of the revolution, they should know that what they are saying about what Seseko is saying, they can read from the comments. From the comment, if any activist has posted something on this, read those who are saying that what Seseko did is correct and read what the comments are saying. Even the junk of the fake profiles from the other side, from the guy they call this AG what, I don't know that other group. The junk of the fake profiles, they cannot even match up the real profiles at this time because people are angry. People are angry. You don't have to, listen, every media must represent justice and truth. I want to say this very clearly. Patrol, what I'm going to say, please, we don't want Sako. I don't want Sako either. But it's not my decision. It is public opinion. Who tells you that I will not prefer another person if there's somebody better than Sako? Everybody wants something better. But what is the public saying? These are the things that SCBC, please, you have to stop and ensure that you do only the right thing, because I have a strong belief that you are plunging Seseko into a very irreversible mistake. That is something that remains crucial, that everybody must know. As a matter of fact, so you must know all of this, because now we are live on Facebook and we want you to get the points very clearly. Once you know why you are doing this, you know exactly what is going to be the outcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I don't want to talk much about SCBC because they have been doing a great job, apart from the fact that they're trying to set some confusion now. And setting confusion does not mean it is that kind of confusion. It's just they're trying to promote an agenda, which to me, I think that they should have a review about it. We, as a people of Southern Cameroon, we understand what we want. I want to be clear today till tomorrow that I have read revolutionary models. No leader has commanded from jail in the manner that Seseko is wanting to position, the way people are seeing it. No leader. Yes, Sako is caretaker. I see me, I want to still repeat it. Sako has made a lot of mistakes, which is normal, especially with the issue of my crypto, but many people don't want to hear it mentioned. But I still want to repeat that we have leaders, self-proclaimed leaders in this revolution. They have made bigger mistakes. So Sako is just the better evil to the other persons. You see, I heard somebody, I think it was one of these programs, they said somebody talked about the Guzang saga for the first time. You see, I'm baffled because, oh God, see, let me tell you something. You people must understand exactly your potentials. You have to tell, see, like my sister Mirabe is writing, it's a fact. No leader can lead from jail. It will never happen. It will never happen. We, at this juncture, I want to still repeat it today on this live show that Seseko has raised very pertinent points, overwhelming points in what he wrote. They are the truth. And though some of you on the IG will come and say, oh, are you sure maybe Sako has been contacting Seseko? But ask yourself, and I'll ask when I have the time, that since this issue started and all this trouble, has Sako bothered to contact Seseko? That's the question. Yes, Sako is the best, according to you. But some people think he's not. So that's why we have divided opinion, and that's why I've chosen to follow the path where the majority of the people believe in, which to them, they believe that Sako is better off than Seseko coming to dissolve a government. Who is Seko trying to put? Because the truth is that, like, I listened to what Dr. Sako said, which is that truth is as clear as a $10 bill, $20 bill, $100 bill. You can see it very clearly. Without Sako, this IG would have been buried. And without activists like Eric TATAW, there would have been no Seseko IG. There would have been no Seseko IG. Because the same people who today are saying that, oh, he knows, yes, Seseko is right, he's supposed to dissolve his government. Today they are agreeing that there's a government. The same people agree that there's a government. When they destroyed and vilified the idea of Seseko, and some of us stood firm and they said there is no government. I will say there is a government. And I said, and I want to still repeat, that I stand for the flag and for the government of Southern Cameroon, not for Seseko or Sako. And at this time, we will stand by the government. Please, do not stand by people. They're going to go. Look at some of the things that we are raising, which are important. That Sako is good. But there are things that he too does not listen as a leader. He does not. How on earth do you think that somebody will not be angry if he gives you his house to take care of? Seseko gave you his house. And then you go and you have removed everybody that he kept. You are caretaker, but you remove everybody that he kept there. And then now you are making an appointment of 70-something people in the government. The list that leaked is not that list is not a fake list. It's a list from Sako that they gave to the Restoration Council, according to what we have gathered. And then maybe somebody within their IG leaked it. And we got it on social media the same way they leaked the audit. So these are things that we are supposed to also be holding Sako responsible. Let us tell Dr. Sako that the IG is not your property to please friends. But Seseko, you are wrong to also issue that kind of letter from jail at this critical time. We have to put all the leaders on the scale for them to see their mistakes. It's not going to say, oh, Seseko is no longer my president. Seseko has been compromised. Who compromised Seseko? It's not true. It's not true. Nobody compromised him. But we must also agree that this is the mistake that this person made. This is the mistake that this person made. This is the mistake that this person made. Until you speak the truth, my brothers and my sisters, all of you listening to me, we will not have any headway. Tell them the truth. How do you see a president appointing a webmaster? When they say this is cabinet reshuffle, you are reshuffling your cabinet. Cabinet means ministers to work with. Well, let me say something. What all of you are saying is the truth, that Sako has the right to appoint his government. But the government cannot be even worse than Paul Biya, because Paul Biya has never made any appointment of 76 ministers or people at once in one government. It has never happened. As a matter of fact, Sako's appointment of 70 or between 60 to 80 is the highest number of appointments or appointees that one government has ever had in the world. Look the whole world. There is no government that has sat like that and appointed, make 70 or 60 plus appointments. From China to Japan to La Republic to Cameroon to Gabon to America here, it has never happened. So these are things that we must say very clearly. And I want you all to shun that notion that Seseko has been compromised. It is not true. It is never going to be true. So we need all of these people to come together, to put their hands on deck. I hear as people are saying that they are going to make a new government on Friday. It is going to end on papers until there is a need for compromise. This is the time we are going to preach to the two leaders. We are in a stalemate. And some of you, all of us commentators, we might think that it's just easy to comment. But this weekend is going to be a decider for this revolution. And all of us Southern Cameroonians, we must preach the principle of higher good at this time. And we must preach the principle of higher good to all the people who are involved. I feel so ashamed of all of you in South Africa. So ashamed of the mutant attackers and the rest. Those are people I respected so much. Have you ever heard me in my whole life since I started this revolution calling mutant attackers name? No. I've never done it. Because even when he was kicked out from the IG, I still respected him because he was a man of valor. But the hate and manipulation that some of you from South Africa are putting in this revolution, please. When I say South Africa, I mean you know yourselves. It's not the whole of South Africa. So we must remain very prudent and concerned about the future of this revolution. This is the time where or when Dr. Sako and Sisiko must sit down and look at the principle of higher good. Sisiko, ask yourself as a father of the revolution that what are my people saying? Remember, you said this is for the people. And now you are turning against your own words. Because look at the response from social media. Go even to the walls of the die-hard AG whatever surrogates. Go and look at the response there. Those are people who wished you death. In fact, they said you were dead. Some other people said you were in chat. Some said it was a French people who came and arrested you. But you know who arrested you? They were not French people. You didn't go to chat. You know. They said all sorts of things about you. They destroyed you. They said that is the, even when you were in jail that we could not see you, were crying. Mothers were crying for you, Sisiko. These people of the AGC came and said that it is Zara Mafia and we have not seen anything. They said you know why you were arrested. They told you to your face. They said Sisiko knows that he was going to negotiate. Sisiko knows he was going to take money. Why did he just leave abruptly from the United States when he was in a meeting? Oh, Milan saw you. They said you know that, yeah, he knows that he's sweet. JJC, they say you have not seen anything. That this is good, that they should put you down. In fact, some even said that they don't even know how you got to Konig. You would have remained and said, the same people who prayed for your death, they prayed for your forever incarceration. They prayed for all the bad things, and some of us took all the punches. They called me all the names because I stood on the gap with my head. That listen, leave all of them to me. They will not destroy this Siseko's IG. You cannot be listening to those same people. And the people in South Africa, each time there is something that we're going for a protest, those key people who were supposed to be doing something, although a few of them used to do it, what did they do? They were vilifying the processes. People stay in New York, in Norway, in Canada, in China, and other places. When there's a Siseko protest, they don't post. They are looking for where they have killed 2 boys to come and post that, oh, this is county by county that is destroying this. Today, they have turned. They are happy. They are jubilating. Yes, Siseko has the right to form his government. Siseko, they didn't ever believe in your IG. They did not. We stayed here while you were out there and we kept the defense. And we said that all our dead bodies, would they tamper with this IG? I fought tooth and nail. I fought with every last thing I had in me, everything, to hold this IG. Mothers were crying. While mothers were crying, they were spinning conspiracy theories. Oh, they said, they first said there was a plane at the tarmac that came and took you. Immediately you were arrested. That is not true. Oh, they said you were killed and dumped in the river. That was not true. They said you were in Chad. You were in Liberia. They called places. And they ended up saying that is sweet, that Nazara Mafia. But today, the same people are using you to vilify the people who defended you. I am their number one defender of the IG. I make maximum enemies within the revolution because I said this IG will not go anywhere. Even those in South Africa went and formed a new group called Scope. Only because they wanted to fight your IG. They only wanted to be in charge. They all went and formed, how do they call it, ARC. Others went to Philadelphia, 33 or 35 of them. They said they were APNC. Others have formed, whether it's Maison Worldwide. Everybody wants to be in charge. But you don't see their contributions. Ask them receipts of what they have done. Tell you what they have done. Refugees were dying in Nigeria. When each time people die on ground zero, they put the pictures and make conspiracies. But you're there in jail. They say, oh, this is the IG. We don't need the government. We don't need no government. We don't do this. Today, they agree with you that you should form a government from jail. So today, now, you are no longer compromised in jail, according to them. But you must form a government because they know the confusion. If we did not stand, Sisiko, these guys would have finished you. But we said no. So me, as Eric TATAW, I want to say it and I will not change it, that I am totally against any such declarations from jail. Siseko, you are right 100%, but I want to say something. Just like a father has the right to send his son, every father has the right to send his son. Like me, I have my children. I have the right to send them. But I want to tell you something. Any intelligent father that wants to maintain respect must know when and where to send the child to. Because in 99% of the time, if you don't know when to send a child, the child will go, but will show you gross disrespect while going. Take, for example, can you remember when you used to play football or demarcation, for those of you who are boys, and girls, when you used to do your things, when you were little like that, you remember that when you are playing your football, your father can send you, when you have come back from the farm, you have eaten, you have taken your bath, and you just want to relax, maybe you're looking at your just say, Tano, come, go buy me matches. You will joke, but I don't send you, go buy matches. But imagine, say, you did play your football, when you demarcation, you don't hold ball so they say na 10 or you number 3 person you can kick. Your father can call you, Tano, come go buy me matches. You imagine. You can imagine how you will take that thing for papa. You will go, but all man will not say disrespect your papa. And I suppose you'll start disrespect papa too. You can go, but the way you go, I'm telling you, you go, papa, leave me. Every day man play ball matches, you are angry. Because your father did not know. If papa even wait here, Tano, the one which you want play ball so now, wow, if you play now, you kick now number how many shot? You say, pa, you kick number 3. Then, okay, finish your ball, just kick down and come be some man play, won't go buy matches, can't give me. The way you take and talk approach. That people will kick that ball, they will go buy that matches, can't give you. The all man will say, no, the papa get respect. So, no matter how you're picking the behave, no papa, look, papa, they don't go for play with picking and they for crowd. You go make, they say, one big picking for play with classmate, they also a small girl, they will chat them. You know what I talk now? You see, when you won't do that thing for that picking will make they say, won't fight you. When you won't prove to that guy, say no. Because you don't take somebody like that. If you don't take person like that, they say, no. Then you are picking with bonum. Now you're right for sending. Now you're picking them, you're caretaker, you're them. If you call anytime, go buy me this, go do this. But the time we will call it matter. It is very important. These are things I've told people. And until we get the truth, say our president. Now, why are they condemn any man way? Nobody write anything negative about Seko. Nobody write nothing negative about Sako. This time at the time where all the IG people them, they the one that say una show Seko maximum disrespect. So why did they preach that hate and division? Una continue to say Seko now our president, Sako now our acting president. They go the shame. And Seko is go shame because now they Seko don't take wrong approach. Someone that take wrong approach. Una only the fight. Someone they say, oh, they don't who compromise it. Some people say that it's a second J, how you do talk. I don't be J for 21 days for Boya. I talk every day now. Chibili, Madam Chibili, Agnevi State Council, he remind me. I be talk of phone. I be communicate phone day. Phone day. Say, oh, how do you trust the phone? Cameroon government, all that noise so they make, they not get no technology for that man he phone from jail. So if Siseko go take some straight, WhatsApp now waiting. Siseko fit there for jail, when I give WhatsApp number from Dubai, when I give WhatsApp number from any place, how do you know? WhatsApp now end to end. No money tag your WhatsApp call. It's difficult, probably for America, if you do it because of the top way they get technology. Not for Cameroon. Cameroon government fit tap waiting. Cameroon government no waiting. So we must understand. Listen, Siseko is not mess. I will refuse. Sometimes in the way you do the perhaps he go send people some way because perhaps you something you forget out of forgetfulness go to play ball. He will come to a little vex. So we gotta look all these things. We gotta look all these things. We gotta look all these things. Say Papa get right to for vex, so he don't do something, picking they only do some way. So you must put don't tell me that Siseko is this. Siseko is not what people are describing. What he do, if he say maybe now for the best interest, they don't say and say don't meet up rocks. And neither will reflect. So those are the things that we have to put our hands on there to try to see how we will get to bring these two leaders in together, because the happiest time with this very ADC support, the way they make them say that they support Siseko, they be glad now where the confusion be. But unfortunately, they are dead and buried. So now therefore remain prudent. Now remain very prudent. So listen, somebody says you are making Siseko a dictator. How will I be making Siseko a dictator when I talk for SAT do I do wrong? What is your activity of making somebody a dictator? Did I come and validate what Siseko said? I've not validated it. I'm just trying to let you know the procedure. That Siseko took a wrong procedure, and we cannot take the same wrong procedure in trying to ensure that we vilify Siseko, which is the wish of the people of the opposite camp. So as a people, we must remain focused. Who said that what Siseko did is correct? It's wrong. But do we go and they said two wrongs don't make a right? So he's wrong, and people are start saying that, bringing counter accusation, the same thing that this ADC Paul used to do. Saying that, oh, he's a Republic, he has been, who compromised him? Who tell us, say, Biafra go the bright person for jail, the one I think. And even if they compromise, say, it makes sense, the movie come up on Nigeria, still go conjure for independence, which is bad. The most important thing I say, person never remain focused. Like some person don't talk, say, they in good mental health, he be okay, he do everything under his control. But some person say, oh, listen, man, tell them one thing, we must be honest. This is the time where we must look at ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what? This is now. Until we get that position for try for reconcile these two leaders. I don't tell them, say, Siseko get right for do the two-way duel. But it be wrong because of time and position. If we talk for jail, if we don't come out, the Sako talks 48 hours. So we get to look all these things. Because the essence I say, the more that they do this thing, all man is vexed. You go guys, Seko has been compromised. Who compromising? Like now, so they talk say Sako be compromised now. Today now not Seko. So when I see the whole thing, that's in a confusion. That's so every meanwhile I do everything for you. Be the highest man way beyond one cash and the sister be the Republic. Some people they officially won't believe. But down on my business I say, I did with the revolution with my clean hand for ensure say me all thing go fine. Because some people will comment for if independence fail, which will never happen. Because listen, I told you one thing when I don't know. When I see me every TATAW, missile. Even all man stop for fight. I will debate Southern Cameroon. Every now, rebel, you know what? I just might talk it and fail. Might talk very clearly. If I stay for the country, how long I will go back for that country. Like Kagame, go take back that country. So enough ever fail because people they get scared. And they talk, they don't give general amnesty. Someone who go Cameroon, they won't stick at kill. They will find we can kill them because they don't answer tomorrow. They won't start talk. Sudan don't take now how long for move people there for chair. Now because say people they get divided honesty. They be so dishonest because when Siseko be put that tissue palm, I tell all activists and say, we not condemn them. If you don't say no, this thing is wrong. But when some activists won't start the play because say you won't get favor for this side of store, and you look that face, and you look face, and you look at the truth. Sometimes the truth will be unpopular, but majority of the time, don't show for certain Cameroon say the truth. Now all man don't know the truth. Whether South Africa be behind it or not, what we are saying is that we must be careful not for further crash with two leaders, the president and the caretaker. Listen, you know, when we there for some situation where they try to solve a problem, not the situation of man must apologize, must. All man need to apologize. Siseko don't make mistake for declare for jail, but he did right for the intention we get them because now a government. Remember that one first and famous. Now a government, but the approach like Papa we get a picking for go send and type picking the play ball now he be wrong. I don't talk very clearly, and I don't repeat myself, so I don't talk say man if he take decision from prison, I don't ever green decision from prison. But we too, we there for Facebook, not go vilify our leader. I mean, when you take your, let me tell you one thing. Sometimes they always look at look for it. So somebody talks on this or write some comments. So I look at it and say, these guys are not serious. Like some of my friends, like the other guys they do audio for WhatsApp. They talk about Eric Tato, how I don't do this or the BLM. I just look and laugh. I can't put that the BLM issue. Because I look when you write something, I look say, hey, that person type on with hand or a phone name mistake. Because some person you know, he talk something about you, they look and say, this man is a human being. Because the person he lies online, you understand. Like for the BLM, suppose they say, oh, Eric Tato, you enter the BLM, you did this. I just tell them, I want to see your point for them and say, you people when I talk about the BLM, I shut up in the mouth. Una shut up. Oh no, make that audio. My even address now. Una shut up without apologies. Una shut up. If me, I not be stand for the Ayeke thing. Like ADF not don't enter destroy the BLM. I'll ask one question. That do you prefer a BLM or Field Marshal on the one side, Ayeke on the one side, but Ayeke paying his loyalty to the interim government because of course he says he does not want to work with Field Marshal again? Or did you prefer a BLM where there's Field Marshal on the one side, Ayeke on the other side? And then he's paying allegiance to the AGC because, of course, he said that he will not work with the Field Marshal. So I struggle for ensure say I prefer the principle of higher good. I hate okay, no point. One day you want to, but make sure say you not go for ADF. That's what I was fighting. Then some point you come for social media, you can make noise. If I believe now, say when I go solve that BLM problem, I be solving I say for scatter Ayeke, I be solving for first stop AGC people, and which I successfully done. So now you go for WhatsApp. Because I know there's some point they send me this they call Eric Tato this, Eric Tato that. You want to have plan to kill this. So I'm going to have a Field Marshal being a la Republic. You just mimic some kind of conspiracy way. We get all things for where they happen. When they for post there America, they all side for what I go. My motor they can go how many 1,000 miles. Why you drive 6 hours, 8 hours, go pleasant. Go take action, personal action. After go some this one or this one, they don't shoot me. Yeah, they will shoot me. Say that's self-defense. I will do her. My family go cry on my rest in peace. After 1 week, all man will forget me. So new man will come where go better pass Eric Tato. The Eric Tato is gone. Then a different put the camera. You should not for the house and you should also come up for your room. Or for say I'm to don't make audio, send them for WhatsApp, they start distributing. In fact, that's okay. We get to understand. I forgive you now for that audio they wanna do. But I don't tell them my position. This fight na salvation. If you talk true, we'll get independence. You lie, we'll go to hell, which is not independence. And you must take it personal. We must put our hands on deck. Ask yourself, say, what to be our contribution since you started the revolution. I go someday for our brother, so our brother died for her. With due respect, late brother Charlie, we died. I'll be there for a funeral. Ask any my brother funeral if I lie. Man, no see, that man be get, here where you see live show, man, you get 1.1K. That man be get almost 2K live human being for a funeral. And look at us say, yes. So we have this amount of Southern Cameroonians in Maryland alone. I mean, for one die place. Ask any man now. There was no space. Heat be there. Population everywhere. You do not back. In fact, people went back and came with Ubers. So you see the situation. The situation is changing every day. And we have the diaspora to support this fight. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end here. We have said it all that Atanga Nji is responsible for stealing the cows in the northwest and all the animals. So we don't have any people who are writing. Take an anecdote from Fundi who said during the situation with his cows, that it is government officials who are sponsoring parallel amber groups. Some of you wrote it. He said it, and today they are talking about the same cows. You people cannot remember to make an analysis so that the international community should know the truth. We at the Telegraph are going to write it. So, as the editor of National Telegraph, based on substantial circumstantial evidences, I am accusing Atanga Nji for having stolen over 500 cows in the northwest, killing dogs, goats, pigs, and we have published those things. They are there. So, the truth is that we must remain committed. Somebody said we need a TV. You need everything. Everybody needs everything. Even as I'm here like this, I even need to go to space. But opportunity cost. If I have more money to solve all my problems on Earth and in America, then I'll go to space. Take for example, I cannot be in America if I'm not able to pay my rent. They want me to take money and send to somebody in Cameroon first. No, you have to solve your own problem first. You must solve your problem. If you're not able to do something, Jesus Christ himself said that, do not allow the death in your eye and go and remove another person's death. Even when you're entering the plane, they say in the plane that during emergency, whatever, put the oxygen on your nose first before you take care of your child, because You feel the struggle put away your picking, so you die will not put away your own, then on or two not die. So if you put away your own, you get oxygen, they give your picking. That's the truth. So not like for LSA, you need TV, you don't need TV. You need TV, pay for the TV. Nobody is refusing you from having only the TV. We at the Telegraph, National Telegraph will start running the TV and you'll see that we'll not ask you to come and give us $1. We'll simply make products that will make it effective for you to see how you can buy. There are a lot of things that we can do together. So that is it. We love our two presidents, our president and our acting president, and we'll work to harmonize these two people so that we don't have any problems. Thank you so much. I'm going to end here at this juncture. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank everybody, especially my good old friend from Mafia, who is watching all over from Houston, Texas. He knows himself. I will have to give him a call after this. I'll just keep his name. Very confident. Mommy Josephine, thank you. Thank everybody who is watching at this moment. You know, this is a new page. For those of you who are watching, if you are just joining this page because a friend shared to you, go back to the page. It's Eric TATAW Official. Click on like and follow. It's very easy. The next time we'll be showing people how to do it. Also go to, Fidel Zambe. You know, I always like to reply you. Also go to our National Telegraph page and you can click on like and follow there so that you can also, because we share on both National Telegraph and all of those. For the UN stuff, I'm finalizing investigations today. By tomorrow, I'm going to publish what the UN told me. I discussed with somebody, 2 persons from the UN office today, and they've given me additional information contrary to what was published. We can still have a protest there, but we are looking at the options, whether the Security Council is going to hold on Cameroon. But on the 16th, according to what they have told me, I'm going to confirm, there is going to be a peace and whatever security talk on Africa, and probably Cameroon will future, but there is no Cameroon officially on the list. We're going to look at all of those, so God bless you. Today's Ambe, yes, somebody can be right and wrong. So you cannot say, you know, this and that. You can be right and wrong, and you explain why the answer is yes or no. In times of exams, you have had answers that are yes or no, and you're giving your reasons. Yes, this thing is right because, but I think no because of this. So it's very easy. So to say that somebody is not right or wrong at the same time, it is not possible. Seseko is right, taking the decision because that is his office, but he's wrong because of the place that he is and the time. So it's normal to say those things. Thank you once more. God bless you. Keep liking our page and share to everybody. Bye for now. We'll start taking calls from next shows, we hope. Bye-bye.